Hello stars, my name is Blue and today we are lost in Hiveswap Friendsim. Does my voice sound clearer? Is it better? Is it? Cause one of my wonderful friends known as the Pink Boy on YouTube, I will probably link his channel and all that stuff, has bought me a lovely mic for Christmas, and yes, I opened it mainly because he wanted me to. And I got sidetracked it. But let me know what you think about it. I'm excited about it. Let's get into this. We are on, I believe, volume 9. I just downloaded it, so it should be in my memory. Of gazes cool and tempers hot. Oh, lovely. Part of you has always been taken with the idea of purchasing a one-way train ticket to anywhere and boarding it without looking back. Or, in your current case, stowing away without looking back. Details. The thing is, the idea always seemed so idyllic. No strings, no obligations, just you and your journey. The wind in your hair and the taste of freedom on your lips. Your little daydream didn't exactly involve carrying across the perilous extraterrestrial landscape, but then you always like to think of yourself as kind of a person who's open to new experiences. Not to mention, new friends. In practice, though, this tastes less like freedom and more like noxious muck. Which is what you're currently surrounded by. Ugh. It's not unlike the slime that was in Skyla's Rakupakun, except that slime was weirdly soothing, and this is prickly and burny and uncomfortable. You thought you were being smart by sneaking on board and jumping into some sort of cargo carriage. Oh, how wrong you'd been. The trade-off for not being caught, then maimed, and or killed for your blood color is apparently this. You almost would have preferred the maiming. God knows you're used to taking a beating by now. Oh! I see a familiar face, however, we will get to her next time we play this. Which will probably be Wednesday because I still haven't decided what games to fill up our schedule with. Help me. But let's get to this lovely sir that looks like an anime protagonist. Asdeja? Asdeja. Oh, is this that one character's mate spread? I think. I vaguely remember this name. We're just gonna call him DJ. Because it's easy. After what feels like way too long, the vehicle slows down and you take the opportunity to tumble out of your slime gel onto dusty ground, plucking yourself up and hurrying away from the station before you can get spotted. Man, we just got this really nice dress from our friend Chixie, and we ruined it by being in slime. A little while later, you're standing at the beginning of a massive canyon, and your awful train ride almost feels worth it. The canyon stretches on endlessly, miles of yawning chasms and winding ravines at your feet. It's enough to make your mouth wide open in awe. After spending so much time in various grody parts of the city, the sight of such pristine natural beauty touches your heart. Man, I cannot read today. You feel somehow inspired, like you could belt out an aria or draw a masterpiece if you tried. But before you can begin exploring your hidden creative depths, you're distracted by noises coming from not too far away. You're not alone. You know what this means. A chance to get yourself that more of that sweet, sweet friendship. After so many successful companion ventures, you're thirsty for more. You pick up your jaw and go investigate. The sound leads you towards a trail alongside of the canyon, which in turn leads you down to a roomy platform not that much lower than where you started. There's a series of sharp outcrops jutting out from the plateau, and perched on top of one of the highest is a figure dramatically framed against the moonlight. At first, you think he's peering moodily into the distance, but then you realize he's looking through some sort of contraption on his face. Recording coordinates. You look around. There doesn't seem to be anyone else here, so what you heard was this fellow muttering to himself, you guess? I see. He's so wrapped up in whatever it is he's doing that he hasn't noticed you yet. This guy has got to be hankering after some company. Being all by his lonesome out here in the middle of nowhere, you're sure of it. We're gonna wave hello first, even though he's so enraptured into what he's doing, he's probably not gonna notice us, but we're still gonna do it. Sporting your most winning smile, you call out and greet and give a jaunty wave. That gets his attention. Whoa, 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 would you look at what the purr beast dragged in? Are you lost? That depends on your definition of lost. You prefer to think of whatever you're doing as taking the scenic route, just like indefinitely. Your new acquaintance, and hopefully soon-to-be pal, snorts, unimpressed. It would be better if you did that somewhere else. Better for me, I mean. Which is the most important issue currently at hand. Let's face it. I still have preparations to make, and I'm running out of time. You're kind of cramping my style here. Preparations? For the game, obviously. It's starting any minute now. You have no idea what he's talking about. Seriously? You don't know about dual strifers? Wow. You're even more of an empty-head pleb than I thought. That's not fair. That's not a very fair thing to say. Sure, you might have had the habit of running headfirst into stupidly dangerous situations, but there's no reason for him to assume. Your voice is drowned out by the crackling sound. He's levitating down from his perch towards you, sparks of electricity stirring the sand up into a cloud. After meeting Sirava and Crumpum, you've come to expect psionic powers when trolls with yellow blood by now, but it still kind of takes you aback. You stumble backwards, falling onto your ass. The troll is unbothered by your spill, continuing to address you while you're sprawled on the ground. I'll explain. Dual strafer pits, Alternia's best and brightest against each other, in a timed event designed to reveal the most skilled among the group. Which would be me, of course. That goes without saying. He tells you a bunch of stuff about game mechanics that, to be honest, goes straight over your head. He is apparently not in enough of a rush that he can't stop what he's doing to outline his plans to you. Some random passerby, in a fairly detailed manner, at that. He seems pleased to have an audience, actually. Wow, this friendship is barely even off the ground and you're already doing great. Give MC points for enthusiasm. You get back on your feet and nod along sagely, pretending to understand all his ramblings about strategy and whatnot. And you notice a blinking light that's coming from the screen above his eye, over his eye. Huh? Interesting. My scouter can't receive any data on your species at all. He leans forward and looks at you. Really looks at you. Up until the point he's been paying more attention to his own voice. And whatever readings he's been getting on his device, but now he's fully focused on you. Huh. It's starting to fluster you a little, actually. That is, until his mouth twists into a smirk. You get a glimpse of a single jagged tooth. You know, it's technically possible to join teams in teams of two. But now you're here. Is he saying what you think he might be saying? Excitedly, you clarify whether he's asking you to join the game as his partner. Ha! Sure. I just love teaming up with clueless nerds like you. No. You'd be a nice element of surprise, though. I could use you as a collateral resource, fodder, a lackey. What do you say? That doesn't sound nearly as flattering, but it's an opportunity to help, and you found so many great friendships on doing whatever favors random strangers have wanted you to do for them already. Why stop? I guess we'll do it. I don't really want to. Sure. Sir DJ, I can't talk. The title might not be much, but that doesn't mean you can't excel at it. You tell him you accept his offer. Excellent. By the way, I'm as the Kleenex DJ. But you must have known that already. You're not sure why you would. Maybe he's some kind of big shot? Come to think of it, the name does ring a bell. You've heard of it before. When you were in the middle of infiltrating a bandit hideout with the mercenary, Konyyl. You met my mate, Sprit? You must have gotten on her good side, or you wouldn't be standing here talking to me. Because you'd be minced into the ground finer than crumb paste. He's grinning like he's really proud and fond of Konyyl. Being the sort of girl who'd make meat out of someone as soon speak to them. If he wasn't talking about her literally murdering you, you might find this reaction endearing. Brain function. Hang on. If he already has a partner, why isn't she here? DJ's expression sours abruptly. My partner isn't here because she didn't make our agreed upon rendezvous time. He says the word partner in an overdrone, exasperated huff, as if he thinks she might be listening from behind a boulder somewhere, and he can somehow shame her into appearing. You remember what Polyplus said about mercenary duos often being quadrant pairs, i.e. romantically involved? Did his girlfriend stand him up? Yikes. Maybe it's better that you haven't been promoted to partner status if it meant getting involved in another couple's spat. You've had quite enough of that already. You hope they aren't fighting. DJ glares at you. The exact nature of a quadrant is none of your business, frankly. Now come on, we're wasting time. He steps off the edge of the plateau, descending in a crackle of energy, floating you into the canyon along with him. It's a terrifying ride, but the view of it affords is pretty amazing. If soon you reach the bottom, where are you getting these words? Where are these words coming from? I might just start calling him AJ because I keep wanting to say AJ. We should keep going. There's someone else in this valley. We'll get the drop on them if we move fast. He grins confidently, his coat flapping behind him. There isn't any wind down here, though. Is he flopping his own coat with his sigh for dramatic effect? Extra. Honestly, me too. Heh. First blood to Kleenex. You blink tentatively. You repeat. Blood? Yes, blood. He says it in the same way he's enunciating the name of the competition earlier. Like it should have been painfully obvious. Like I told you, our aim is to take out our opposition. Swiftly and painfully. To win, you have to be the last team standing in this entire canyon. Weren't you listening when I explained earlier? God damn it. You've been proceeding under the assumption that this was some sort of elaborate competitive LARP, like solve some puzzles, get out of the giant canyon before the other guy type of deal. I just bumped into my headphone. Perhaps arm wrestle your competitors until submission if you run into them. But no, this game involves actual violence. You probably shouldn't be surprised. You've been in Alternia long enough to discern that, boy, trolls sure do love killing. You've made friends with plenty of trolls who have less bloodthirsty hobbies, though. You ask him whether he's ever considered getting into excessive bodily force poetry or streaming sick beats. Please, you're kidding, right? Now is no time for joking around. Don't tell me you've already getting frosty strut pods. What? You mean goose? What? Cold feet? Strut pods. Strut pods. Why? I can't work with someone in such a flimsy state of conviction. You reassure him that no, of course not. Your strut pods are all toasty as all heck. But he's no longer paying attention to her. You. His scouter glints. There! He flashes past you before you can blink, riding the waist of his side to a collection of rocks sitting behind you. Target acquired. Nice try thinking you could outsmart me by laying in wait and launching an ambush. Cowardly move. And sloppy. Very sloppy. Now prepare to get owned. Resistance is futile. Oh, fuck. Abruptly, AJ freezes. You hesitate, unsure as to what sort of threat you're dealing with here. Then a troll girl with a blue cerulean symbol in her shirt pops up from behind the rocks. She giggles menacingly, making AJ turn towards you. His expression is blank. His nifty brain power is now under your competitor's control. To echo AJ's sentiment, oh, fuck. You need to do something fast. You have a harebrained thought that maybe you can grab AJ and physically wrest him for her control. You launch yourself towards him in a mad dash, attempting to call out a chilling battle cry, but it comes out more of a pathetically broken yell. Mood. The girl laughs again. AJ's eyes flash brighter than you've ever seen so far. Almost blinding. Oh hell. Those are straight up eye lasers, aren't they? And they're really powerful. Holy shit. You've met some strong trolls, but this kind of power is something else. If AJ were a character in a video game and you were to assign him a quantifiable number to measure his power, some kind of level perhaps, the number would be, well, it'd be very high. As long as you're saying, are you saying possibly over 9,000? I'm not funny. AJ's lasers shoot at a point above you, scoring a deep gash in the rock, sending rubble toppling downwards. You reach out, grabbing AJ's coat. You have to get out of here. The girl doesn't stop you, merely leaping out of the way of certain doom that's hurtling rapidly towards you. You think you see something out of the corner of your eye, and some last-ditch hope at not getting squashed as flat as a grub cake, you race towards it. At first, you thought when you next open your eyes your first thought when you next open your eyes is that death has finally come to tenderly cradle you in its sweet, loving embrace. But quickly you realize you're in a cave, not the afterlife, and that the reason you can't even see anything right now is because the area around you is brightened by the light coming from AJ's scouter. Through sheer dumb luck, you must have run towards the single safe spot in the entire ravine, this hole in the ground. It's as if this hole was sitting there, carved out of the rock, waiting to be your escape route. It looks like there's some sort of ruin back there. You might even say this hole was made for you. Fuck! You went, covering your ears. Could he keep it down, maybe? Your nerves are still a little shot from almost dying for the upteenth time this week. No, I will not keep it down. Curses, I can't believe this. Who does that blue bletching she is? Does she realize who she just messed with? Wow, he looks really mad. Instinctively, you reach out to execute the slow face pat that trolls seem to find so soothing, but he slaps your hand away. What do you think you're doing? I already told you, I have a more realm. You stammer out an apology. It just seemed like the right thing to do. Plus, you thought Konyyl was his mate sprite. He seems to realize what he said. A hint of yellow touches his cheeks, just barely visible in the light. That's what I said! I've already have a mate sprite. You're pretty sure you heard him right the first time. And you're also pretty sure those are two different sorts of relationships, but you let the subject drop. No need to rile up your new friend more than he already is. Your shoes pat might have been rejected, but the attempt seems to snap him out of whatever pissed off funk he's gotten himself into. Let's get out of here. He follows the path. Follows the path of the cave. Can't he just blast both of you out? Don't be stupid. If I did that, that would cause a cave-in. Are you eager to get crushed? Good point. You're acting just like Konyyl. So ready to rush in without a game plan. If he means this as an insult, its effect is kind of lost. He sounds more wistful than irritated. You walk in silence for a while as you make your way further into a cave. You realize that the walls aren't blank like you previously thought, but covered in complicated carvings. Cave troll art, you wonder? I know what you're thinking. That life as a prince among trolls must be an inevitable one. I don't know. You snap to attention. Yes, of course. You were definitely thinking about him and his life story just then. I don't expect someone like you to understand. You're obviously a completely average person who will live out their life in perfect mediocrity. I don't know if you can call this perfect mediocrity. We're on an alien planet. Ow. My arm hurts. But not me. You don't know what it's like to be born so gifted. Completely average. That's you, alright. You try your best to be sympathetic. Having rad powers must make things really hard. What? No way. It's fucking awesome. But as you've clearly seen, it can attract unwanted attention from pathetic individuals who aren't nearly as talented themselves, who are desperate to have some unbeatable psionics at their corner. To be honest, the Empire is no different, and it's not like the rebels are much better. Konyyl and I don't care one way or another. We're just here to off chumps and get money. We look out for ourselves first and foremost. But eventually, we'll be sent off planet to do bidding of the Empress, just like everyone else. Okay, you can see why having no say in the matter kinda sucks, but isn't there an opportunity to do cool shit in space too? AJ's face draws up in a wire expression. Yeah, was someone else calling all the shots? You keep walking. After what feels like hours, his scouter flashes again. We're here. He lets the wall have it with his eye lasers. With the resounding roar, it crumbles away. Aside from the spot he's destroyed, the rest of the cave is intact. Moonlight spills into the space through impromptu exit. It's over. We were stuck down there for so long, the game has ended. Meaning, your heart sinks. It was a disaster. This was a disaster. He's definitely not gonna want to be your friend after losing this competition he was so invested in. We're the last team standing, which makes us the winner. Heh. I knew it! That blue blood loser might have had a stroke of good luck, but she was no match for someone of my station. My victory was a foregone conclusion from the start. Bringing you along was an excellent idea. Your recklessness really came in handy back there. He's thanking you, you realize, or something close to it. Modestly, you assure him that it was no problem. A prince knows when to give credit where credit is due. Celebration is in order, I think. Once we collect our prize, there's a prize. Fuck yes. Dual Strifers offer an impressive cash reward to whoever wins. You'll get a quarter's cut as well, of course. Whoa, money? This will be the first time you've laid your hands on that stuff since you crash landed. Maybe you'll finally be able to purchase a warm meal or clothing that isn't from somebody else's closet. More importantly than money, though, is that you've proven that you aren't a complete fuck-up and you've earned AJ's trust. And also, his friendship. Victory! Hey, we're gonna get money! What was his name? Tagora? Tagora. Please don't take this from us. Please don't come collect our money. We need this money. Whoa. Pretty quick episode. We didn't fuck up. We've been fucking up lately, but we didn't mess up this time. AJ is, AJ. Yeah. I wonder what's the story between him and Konyyl. Konyyl? Konyyl? Nah. Words. Names. Con. Him and Con. Because he seemed a bit, confused on their relationship. Well, knowing Hiveswap, we'll run into one of them again and we'll find out. But, wow! What do you think of AJ? What do you think of the mic? I hope my voice is clearer. I was playing around with the settings for about an hour yesterday before deciding that it possibly might be balanced. But, that's it for today, stars. If you liked the video, please give it a like, and subscribe if you haven't already to join our wonderful galaxy. Comment down below, and I'll get back to you in some form or another. And if you know anyone who might like this video, give it a share. We're trying to spread our galaxy as wide as possible. And I will see you for our next adventure. Remember, we're all made of the same cosmic dust, so be nice. Kate, love you. Bye!